Hello, everyone. Today we are in conversation with Mr. Surendra Nemani, Head Security Engineering at Infosys. Today he'll help us to delve deeper into the trending topics of SASE and SSE. So without further ado, let's get into a rapid fire question answer session with him. So Surendra, what according to you is driving the adoption of SASE in India and globally?
As you all know, SASE refers to a core framework suggested by Gartner. So it's a paradigm shift to enable workforce to securely access internet, corporate internal applications, internet-based applications, cloud services, and corporate resources in a seamless manner. There are various factors driving the SASE adoption globally. One is it could be digital workforce, data proliferation everywhere, cloud computing, dynamic threat landscape, sophistication in the cyber attacks, and work from home paradigm shifts, and adoption of BOID across. And so, in that context, SASE is actually helping to improve user experience in hybrid workforce and eliminating redundant vendors and point products, which in turn helps reduce complexity, operations, and cost to all the organizations across. So that's why SASE's adoption is there, and there is a significant shift in SASE adoption in India and globally.
How can businesses benefit from the SSE, Secure Service Edge model?
So I think since today's technology landscape is dynamic and since security threats are taking new forms, right? So security solutions as well continue to evolve and to curb such risks. So with users, services, applications, and endpoint devices existing virtually everywhere in this today's work from home era, right? So organizations need to ensure there is a productive and seamless user experience while keeping their data safe and preventing the threats that are happening to the resources with a kind of a cloud-based enterprise security framework. That's where organizations can reduce the complexity while saving significant technical, human, financial resources with the SASE. So basically, SASE architecture combines users, devices, and apply a policy-based security and deliver secure access to appropriate application or data or corporate resources through zero trust access principle.
What are the challenges to realizing SSE?
As you know, not every vendor is able to deliver the idealized SASE or SSE vision. So that's where Gartner has introduced a shorter SSE bundle version as companies or markets prefer to implement focused technology like secure web gateway or DLP, CASP, and JET-TNA concepts. Right. So as SSEs will safeguard organizations by adopting a single cloud delivered security platform, which can boast a variety of integrated technologies and provide them at the edge for any user. He can be anywhere. So we can eliminate all the legacy architectures and eliminate point products. But it also creates various challenges. As you know, uh, most of the vendors might not have a kind of a mature SSE offerings. They may fall short on some of the capabilities of SSE. Either it could be on the DLP capabilities or on the CASP capabilities or on the JTNA capabilities, or some of the vendors are still operating in a traditional VPN model, right? That's one. Second aspect is with respect to their POP's presence. So they may not have their cloud data centers or cloud presence in all the regions. It may still create a kind of a latency to the users. SSC need to offer distributed offering if they don't have a kind of a multi-tenancy or if they don't have an operational resiliency in place. So it may create a risk to an organizations to globally if they want to scale dynamically if whenever there is a requirement. Right? I think these are some of the challenges which are posing adoption of SSE model, but SSE also creates a good opportunity integrate all security technologies into one cloud-based unified architecture.
So, what are your predictions for the cybersecurity market?
Cybersecurity market, so as you all know, so especially if I need to speak from SASE and SD-WAN aspect, in today's market, a set of security-focused vendors are offering SSE portion of SASE. And as you know, since most of the mature organizations might have already implemented SD-WAN kind of technologies within their network, But as more companies are migrating their resources or workloads or their data onto cloud services, so enterprises may not be interested on SD-WAN kind of technologies. So they may become less relevant and may take a different form of shape. But since a lot of COVID imposed disruptions are expanding the opportunity for SaaS SSC, so similarly, so as you know, threat landscape is very dynamic and all the organizations across are facing a variety of threats. There is an increase in supply chain attack, there is an increase in phishing attacks, and so most of the organizations try to ransomware or advanced malware aspect. So definitely, I think SASE is one technology or SSE is one technology that can definitely help the organizations to implement cloud security at scale and also protect their organizations and protect their data, protect their applications, and also implement zero trust network based access, right? Which can definitely help the cybersecurity community to prevent a kind of a larger set of attacks and ultimately helps the organization to secure the digital transformation.
What is your leadership philosophy?
One, so everyone saw all CISOs need to have a clear cybersecurity strategy for their company. So one, they need to garner support from their board and executive management, and they also need to continuously understand industry trends. They need to get the threat intel from all the threat intel vendors. They need to understand how what kind of threats that industry is facing, and they need to understand the contextual elements, how it can impact their organization, and they need to take risk based decisions in order to protect their company. So companies may need to leverage the threat intel and they need to shape their cybersecurity strategy. And the other aspect, since there is an advent of technology adoption that's happening, so technology alone will not solve the cybersecurity problem. Right? So bringing a kind of a cultural shift. So CISOs need to work towards changing the security culture within the organizations, which helps organizations to protect their resources or their workloads or data or applications. Because always employee is the weakest link. So CISOs will work towards driving or changing the cybersecurity culture of their organization if they need to protect their companies. And they need to take risk-based decisions, not just rely only on the technology. Technology
Thank,
may become less relevant in some context.
thank you then. Thank you so much for those wonderful insights, sir.
Thank you so much, Susan.